Hey everybody, you are tuned in to Hanging with Here to Zen, the show that is a place for people who love all kinds of music. We really hope you enjoy your time with us today. Make sure you hit subscribe if you already haven't, and hit that notification bell to be kept up to date. We would love to hear from you over on our social media platforms, so just search Here to Zen and you'll find us. Lastly, could you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or Google Podcasts, or wherever you're going to be tuning in from? Those reviews help other people to find us, so we appreciate the reviews and the support. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us. It's 11:30 here in Brisbane. Where are you coming to me from?
I'm in Cologne, Germany, so it's 2:30 in the afternoon here.
About to load in for a show tonight, I take it?
I think we're loaded in. I was thinking, once this is done, I gotta go out there and, make sure all the hands work and do a little warm up.
Perfect. Thanks for taking the time out to fit me into your schedule. I really appreciate it. Now,
Sure.
I spoke to DL on the release of the album. How have you found the response to the album since it's been out?
I mean, how would I say? It's interesting because I feel like we've kind of entered this different phase of music listening culture where or maybe it actually speaks a little more towards Bad Wolves as like the type of band we are, where there's a different kind of connection to like the singles and the album. Like I feel like it's an album people have had to discover, but the singles have done really well. And I think there's also different kinds of Bad Wolves fans. Like there's some fans that really know the songs on the radio, and there's the fans that kind of know the full breadth of what the band does, which is pretty diverse, a bit heavier than what we do on that stuff. So it's been illuminating, and I think for me, just getting out here and performing live and performing the new songs live has been really gratifying. Because I think you really get a chance to see how the songs connect, how they go over, and how people vibe with it, and that's been really fun.
And you're out with Volbeat and Skindred at the moment, aren't you?
Yes.
How
yes,
are they? How are they as touring partners?
Oh, great! I mean, listen, Volbeat is, I think I had an idea how big they were, but I don't think I really grappled how massive they are over here. I mean, it's like touring with Metallica or like Rammstein or something. I mean, the level of the production and how big their crew is and how just kind of high level they roll. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you feel a little bit insignificant as part of this big kind of machine. But the opportunity it provides in terms of just reaching a whole different audience and going out there has been just incredible. And they're super nice guys, just very professional. Skindred, their dressing room is right next to us, or their tour bus is next to ours. So we'll always hang out with those guys. They're really sweet, awesome band. Definitely, they kill it. Every band here is really tremendous. So it's you got to bring your A game so no one makes you look bad.
Yeah, sure. And of course, you're readying a deluxe edition for the album, and with the cover of Ozzy Osbourne's "Mama, I'm Coming Home." Was that the only cover that you thought about doing?
Um, I want to say there was something else we were talking about, and then there was a cover I had already did. That the band, like I sang on it, and I was going to have it for my own thing, and the band wanted to do that, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep that for myself. It was of an Aerosmith song, and
Right.
and then I'm trying to think if anything else came up. But I brought up the idea, and I was like, do you guys think that'd be cool? I'm like, I think we could do it because I knew it would be hard to make that "Mom, I'm Coming Home" work. Not because the original's basically perfect to me.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that and go, someone needs to improve upon that. I love it so much, but I thought, with the way we kind of approach covers, was like kind of utilizing some like technological elements in our kind of like down-tuned riffing style, but still honoring the original because structurally it's not that much different, but the kind of core components and the sonics of it have been altered a bit. We tuned it down just a little bit. But
Yeah.
I sneeze. There you go.
Bless you.
um, but yeah, I don't think there was any other covers we thought about right now. But I think it's there's actually we're working on another cover, actually a Pearl Jam song. But it just didn't get finished. I don't know if it's gonna happen because I don't know if everyone liked it, but it's a process. It's really easy to work on something and you do it, and you're like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. How many people you think know that that song is actually written by Lemmy?
Uh, I mean, the people, I feel like the old school metalheads know. The people like, I knew that, and I know
Mm,
he did a couple co-writes on that record. That song Hellraiser.
yeah.
I know he wrote. I don't know if he wrote anything else on that record, but yeah, I mean, it's a testament to like Jesus, man, what a talented guy.
Yeah. And what can fans expect out of the newer expanded version?
Well, there's three B-sides, original songs, two of which were basically done as part of the Dear Monster sessions, and then were just left over that we loved, just didn't make it on the record, and then another song that we finished after the fact, The Body, uh, and then there's I would say three or four like acoustic or like different versions of like piano versions, orchestral versions of different songs and some of the singles. Two songs that have the different versions with people with guest vocalists. So we had Spencer Charnas on "If Tomorrow Never Comes" and singer from Mice and Men on "Sacred Kiss," Aaron.
Yep.
And then what else is on there? And then my Mom Wanna Come Home. I think it's pretty much it. So it's 9 extra tracks.
Now, do you think that when you present the songs in a more stripped down way, that it really appeals to a different fan base? Because Bad Wolves are known for heavy. Now, while some of the songs on Dear Monster aren't all the heavy songs, like the singles, when you strip something back, it just takes it back to its essence. Do you think that's going to appeal to a different core audience?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think I don't know if it's necessarily that's the reason to do it, because I think sometimes you can water down what you're kind of going for from terms of who you're trying to reach. I think it's just a matter of like in a weird way, like when you strip stuff down, you get to the essence of the song, and it kind of lets you know how good the song is, because if it
Yeah.
can work in a more minimalist presentation, then that's a reflection of like how good the songwriting and how connective the themes you're speaking about, and how much that kind of works. I actually so like some of the acoustic versions of the singles I wish were even more stripped down. They're actually even a little more kind of um uh there's like electronic drums and some synth stuff that I kind of wish was even less, but that was a disagreement in the studio. But
Sure.
but yeah, I mean, but that's something I remember when like it was like Stone Temple Pilots had like that acoustic version of Plush, and that
Yeah.
was kind of a big deal. They would play on MTV all the time, or Incubus with Pardon Me. They had a really great acoustic version of that, and you just get a different vibe on the song. Where I remember Foo Fighters had that Everlong
Oh,
acoustic
yeah.
version, which it was a totally different rendition. Like it was slower and softer and singing in different registers, and I always like that. And it's like, do those versions, did they like help the band cross over to a broader audience? I don't know. But me, as someone who always loves super heavy stuff, I'm just like, oh, this is just a different variation of a song I already love.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I can see you wearing a Pantera hat there. How excited are you for the Pantera 2022 version to head out?
I mean, to be honest, I'm a little agnostic on it. Like I'm just waiting to see it. Like I just
Yeah.
want to go in like without any preconceived notions, and I hope it kicks ass,
Yep.
and I hope the people that are at the shows are having a great time. I think that's all really matters, that, hopefully you can pay respects, and tribute to, Dime and Vinny, as much as possible. Those guys are irreplaceable. I think everyone understands that. And we'll see, man, because it's a high bar. I think I got to see Pantera, on the last tour they ever did. One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life, and I really think, it's funny because I was wearing this hat on the last interview, and the guy brought it up, and I'll tell you what I said to him. I think more music is better than less music, and so I just want people to go out and enjoy themselves and enjoy those songs. But I want to see it first before because I remember I posted something about it on like my Instagram, and it was just like a lot of debate,
Yeah.
but probably more negative than positive, in
Wow.
my
Okay.
in the comments where a lot of people they just don't back it, and I'm like I said, I don't want to knock something till I see it. If I saw it and I was like, it didn't really work for me. I don't feel like they didn't really do it justice. Then I'll formulate that opinion at the time. But I don't want to knock something on its face.
Oh, okay. Now, while you're on the road and Dear Monsters is still relatively young as an album, has there been any new work done on songs?
Yeah, we have a lot of material. We're trying to actually have the record done by early next year.
And
We pretty much anytime we've had time off, we've been writing.
so back in with the Churkos producing?
No, I mean the only thing Kane did was vocals and mix on the single, and then he mixed the Zombie and Remember When singles on the first record, but nothing else.
Yeah.
We mainly done stuff with Max Karen, who's our guitar player, who's done a lot of the instrumental recording, and we do a lot of the composition with him at his home studio. And then Joseph McQueen and Josh Gilbert from As I Lay Dying, currently now it's Spirit Box. We've done a lot of the production with them. It depends on the song. Usually, a lot of the vocals will track with them. Most of the vocals on the last record, they help with a lot of the sonics. Especially like electronic stuff and really beefing up stuff. Given it that those other production elements. Josh is incredible with helping do like top lines and writing vocal melodies and stuff. So we did a lot of that stuff on the last record and some of the stuff on this new stuff, and we have a great chemistry there.
Perfect. Now I've got to ask, when are we going to see you in Australia?
I mean, I wish we were coming ASAP, but I don't know. I mean, you gotta talk to those promoters, start sending those bucks, all right, so we can get over there. But yeah, I don't know if there's a reason why we haven't performed on this cycle, or I don't know if it was like a lockdown thing or traffic thing. Maybe I don't know if too many bands are coming, or all the usual touring routes aren't all opened up. Or maybe the management was waiting to get like a support slot, maybe go with another bigger band or something like that, and that really hasn't come down the pike. So I'm sure by the time, I'll say this, by the time there's another record, because we might be done touring on this record, this might be it. Yep. As far as I'm not totally sure, but that might be the case. It'll definitely be a high priority, because I think this record was about kind of introducing DL and this new sound and the new lineup, and the next record will really be about solidifying that.
Perfect, man. I'm going to leave you to go and sound check, get ready for the show. Enjoy the rest of your time on the road, and hopefully we see you in 2023.
Cheers. Thank you for having me. And can't wait to get there. Really, we love Australia so much. We've been there one time and it was an absolute blast, and definitely cannot wait to get back because it's one of the best places to play.
Perfect, man. Have a great time, Doc, and thanks
Cheers.
for your time tonight. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.